Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Um, I'm just going to give a few minutes for the live stream to populate here. Um, Looks like we got one person already. That's good. And I'm going to, let's see, set up a monitor here. Um, the live chat is open if you have any comments or questions. Be nice if you guys, if everybody would at least say hi so I know who's here. And I'm going to monitor the live stream. So there's about ready to be another person that joins it, but it's just going to be me, just my cell phone, so I can monitor the broadcast. So -1, whatever. Oh, we just lost whoever we had. That sucks. Okay. I'm going to post. I want to. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's go there and live now. Okay. Turn the volume all the way down so it doesn't echo. Okay, there we go. All right, that's unfortunate. We lost the person that we just had there. That's too bad. I'm just going to send a quick share here to a couple of friends of mine that I believe will. Oh, there we go. We got somebody back. Okay, so give me just a moment here to. This is my second live stream, and eventually I want to get to where I'm doing this a little bit more professionally, but I'm still trying to figure things out. So actually, with the person that we got already, let me just go ahead and get into the stories, because I don't want to bore you and lose you with doing other stuff. So okay, so the first story we have is that the Earth will temporarily have a mini moon. Isn't that exciting? A second moon. So this story, let me just share screen with you guys here. Share, you guys can see that. So the Earth will have a temporary mini moon for 2 months. So this mini moon is actually an asteroid that measures about 33 feet across and will whiz by the Earth on Sunday and will be temporarily captured by the Earth's gravity and orbit for about 2 months before it's finally able to escape. So that's kind of interesting. They say that we will not be able to see this with the naked eye because it's so small, but we won't even be able to see it with amateur telescopes. But they will be able to view it with research caliber research grade telescopes, they say. And this is actually pretty frequent. The difference is that we're finally getting to the point where we have telescopes that are able to see these things. So it's a lot more exciting now than it used to be. So this isn't necessarily an infrequent occurrence, but we're just now getting our first glimpses of this. So that's pretty cool. Again, feel free to make any comments or questions in the chat. You can do that. Let me know if you can see the screen shares, because I want to be able to show you guys that stuff. And I guess there's some websites where it doesn't work. I found out in the last live stream. I thought it was something wrong with sharing, but then I realized no, it's just that particular website, because next one I was able to share. Okay. Next story we have is a cat's mysterious 2-month, 900-mile journey home to California. So this kitty Here's a picture of it here. Oh, let me see. I forgot to share. Okay, let me do screen share here. Okay, again, sorry about this being a little clunky. Again, as things move on, as I do more of these, I will get more proficient at doing this, a little bit more professional. Um, anyways, so yeah, this cat was lost while camping, while their owners were camping. Such a little cutie. And apparently, they looked for him for several days. He was spooked by a loud noise. And they looked for him for several days while they were still camping. And unfortunately, they were not able to find him before it came time to leave. They said they were crushed when they had to leave him. Um, let's see. And but they didn't know what else to do. They couldn't stay because they were in Yellowstone. This was in Yellowstone National Park, and they were from California, so 900 miles away. So you can't just hang out there longer. So, anyways, they went home, and they did have a microchip. This kitty had been microchipped, and 2 months later, they got a phone call from uh, a rescue shelter down in California, only a couple hundred miles away from where they live. Um, let me see, where was it? Let's see. Sorry, I need to start doing bullet points for these stories. I think so that I have all the facts in front of me. Um, anyway, he was only about 200 miles away. Uh, we were entering the Nevada desert, and all of a sudden I see a double rainbow, and I took a picture, and I thought this is a sign, because the cat's name was Rainbow, by the way. Um, that's the sign That's the sign that our rainbow. He's going to be okay. In August, they received amazing news when a microchip company messaged them that their cat was at the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals in Roseville, California, nearly 900 miles from Yellowstone. He was only about 200 miles away from home in Salinas. Um, I guess that's different. Oh, their home was in Salinas. Okay. So, anyways, they said a woman first saw Rainbow wandering the streets of Northern California and fed him and gave him water until she trapped him on August 3rd and took him into the local SPCA. The next day, they drove to Roseville to pick up their cat, who had lost about 6 pounds. He lost about 40% of his body weight. So they don't think that anybody brought him there because he wasn't being fed. They think he had actually made the trek on his own because his paws were pretty beat up. Um, they don't know how their cat got there, but they figure he must have got there on their own. So um, they went and picked up their cat, and there was a happy reunion there. Okay. The cat's love of traveling in the camper and looking out the big windows to see deer, squirrels, and other animals. But the family is not ready to get back on the road with their pets again anytime soon, he said. It was a very ugly feeling after we lost him, Benny said. We'll have to practice camping at home and camp in the driveway to get him used to it again. Um, so yeah, thankfully that was a happy ending. But there's Rainbow the cat. Okay, so our next story is let's see. That one that we have is my monitoring. So really, there's nobody here watching. Okay. Let me take just a moment here to do some additional sharing here. Let's try to get some people in the stream here. I won't take too long to do it because I know that some of you will be watching this on recording, and I don't want to disrupt that too much. Now live. Okay, and I'm also going to share this with. Okay, let's copy the video link. And let's go to. Let's see. I'm going to go to this one here. I'm going to text. Okay, Vitaly. Okay, so hopefully that will generate some traffic. Let's go back here. Oops. Okay. That's funny. I have one person. Okay, let's get on with the next story. So the next story is about an 8-year-old Ohio girl that drove her parents' SUV solo on a trip to Target. So as the story goes, she drove for miles to a store where she was found unharmed by authorities. The girl, whose name is not released, in the vehicle, a 2020 Nissan Rogue, were reported missing around 9 a.m. Sunday, Bedford police said family members said they had last seen the girl at the residence about 2 hours earlier. As police launched an investigation, they learned that a small child had been spotted driving a vehicle on a nearby road, but the vehicle could not be located. The SUV eventually was found a short time later in the parking lot of a Target store in Bainbridge, which is nearly 13 miles from her home. Police soon found the child by herself inside the store. She told officers she had struck a mailbox while driving, but nothing else. Authorities did not say why she had decided to travel to the store or provide further details about her trip. The girl is too young to be charged criminally, police said. It wasn't clear Monday if any charges would be filed in the matter, which remains under investigation. So yeah, that's that. So feel free to comment or at least say hi, drop a line in the comment section if you'd like. And yeah, okay. So let's move on to the next story. We have another cat story that so a cat named Drifter is saved after, well, let's say after drifting. No, he was sneaking out and getting trapped in a sewer for nearly 8 weeks. Wow, 8 weeks. That's a long time. Oh, look at him. He's such a cutie. Um, so this is in Duluth, Minnesota. I think I'm saying that right. Duluth. Um, a cat apparently named Drifter is safe home after sneaking outside and getting trapped in a sewer for nearly 8 weeks. The 3-year-old tabby, an indoor feline who had aspirations of being an outdoor cat, went missing from the home of Clifton Nazeth and Ashley Comstock in the northeastern Minnesota city of Duluth on July 18th. His owners presume that he went to check out the construction underway in their neighborhood at some point. The family, including their 12-year-old daughter, April, hung up posters and searched across the city without luck. They were beginning to plan a small memorial service for Drifter on Tuesday when neighbor kids came over and said they heard mewing coming from the storm drain at the construction site. The family also heard him mewing as they started digging through the dirt and cutting through landscaping fabric. Uh, a little paw shot out of a tear in the fabric, Nezeth said. It was a tabby cat paw. We tore the fabric more and the head popped through. Um, I guess that's the picture here we see. Oh, look at this little guy. Poor thing. They're pulling him out. Poor little kitty. Anyway, let's see. A neighbor, Dela Boberg, 16, captured the reunion on video. Drifter Nezeth is seen exclaiming as he lifts the cat. Drifter Nezeth is seen exclaiming as he lifts the cat high, while neighbors who are gathered around laugh with delight and amazement. He's been under there the whole time. He's really skinny. Um, okay, Drifter was still wearing his collar, confirming his identity when he went missing. He weighed 15 pounds, 6.8 kilograms. Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot to share the screen, so you guys can't even see. Good grief. I'll get better at this. Sorry. Um, okay, there we go. Now guys should be able to see it. So let me show you a picture of Drifter again. Uh, This is Drifter. Oh, isn't he adorable? Okay. And we'll get to the rest of the story here. Okay. All right. Nazeth and Cornstalk guessed that Drifter explored a hole that got sealed up with him inside, and that he had been living underground, eating and drinking whatever he could find, perhaps mice and sewer water. April had gone out for a walk that morning and called out Drifter's name, and they think that the cat heard the calls through the sewer pipes and went to a spot where he could be found. So another happy reunion. Yay. Okay. That's Drifter. Should we watch the video? Let's watch the video. Yeah. How about that?
The Buick GMC of Beaverton September savings event is happening now.
First.
Get big savings and low APR financing on a great
No good
selection
deed
of
goes
new
unpunished,
SUVs in stock now for a limited time. Save $5,000 off MSRP or up to $8,000 off MSRP with Conquest allowance.
I could skip the commercial, but the thing is I usually don't. I let them play out because that way the poster gets paid
at Buick GMC of Beaverton, Oregon and Washington's largest Buick GMC dealer.
So
when I lift this up, can you just set this rock?
There we go.
Oh yeah, to hold it
So
up.
it holds up.
Wait, it's moving.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Right underneath where my hands are.
Okay.
Between
There.
them.
It's there.
A little further in because there's a.
I'm trying. Okay. Good.
Okay, can you see him any better?
No, he's still under. Let it out.
Hey, bud.
Actually
Come on, buddy.
under it.
Yes, you should be able to get through this now.
It might be Drifter.
Come on.
That's the craziest part.
Come on.
It looks like him.
Drifter! He's been under there the whole time. He's really skinny. He's really skinny. Oh my God,
that's cute.
He's so skinny. We have
Must
to
be the
take
daughter there in the
That's what I figured.
red.
Poor little guy.
Been down the whole time under there.
Drifter.
Yeah, they
Yay.
Look how big his collar is on it.
Drifter.
How do we not hear him until now?
Poor little guy. I'm so glad
Some
he was
things
found.
are bitter, John.
Let's not watch another commercial. Okay. So, we got another person here. You want to say hi? The chat is open. If you want to say hi, you don't have to, but it's nice if you do. Anyways, all right, so let's get on to our next story. So the next story is about a man in, let me share the screen so that way you guys can see it. Let's see. Share. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Okay, the next story is about a Denmark man who is suspected of 86 counts of reckless driving, and he filmed it himself. It never ceases to amaze me how stupid people can be. They do this criminal activity, and then they're dumb enough to post it online, and then they wonder why they get caught. You see my T-shirt today? Well, I guess I have to stop sharing here. So you see my T-shirt today? Brains are awesome. I wish everyone had one. Well, this man is apparently one of the people that does not have a brain because he's one of those people on a motorcycle that likes to be an asshat on the motorcycle to everybody he passes. And then, we've all seen them on the freeway, and he posts it from a helmet cam that he has online. And, let's just say the police found that, and they charged him with reckless driving. 86 counts to be exact, because apparently that's how many videos he had, video evidence of his reckless driving. So, 29-year-old man in Denmark faced a whopping 86 preliminary charges Friday for driving at high speed on a motorcycle, riding uh, in the rear wheel, riding on the rear wheel, and also at high speed and endangering others, police said, adding that the man has mounted a camera to his motorcycle helmet, which provided investigators with several hours of footage of how he drove. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it, Amrik Singh uh, Cheda of the police in eastern Denmark said in a statement. There's no doubt that that it has been big and unconventional case for us to investigate. Uh, when detained in May for riding a motorcycle with no license plates and without having a valid permit, police found a video camera had been mounted in the man's helmet, which had recorded how he drove on the rear wheel at high speed. Police said it led the man to facing 25 cases for preliminary charges for that alone. He has not been identified. The incriminating videos also led to an additional 38 preliminary charges of reckless driving for speeding over 100% above the speed limit. Wow, that's a lot. On top of that, the footage led a series of other charges related to the man's driving, which the police considered likely to endanger the life and safety of others. After months of watching the incriminating footage, police on Friday went public. The preliminary charges are one step short of formal charges. In Denmark, reckless driving includes driving more than 100% above the speed limit, driving at a speed of 200 kilometers per hour or 124 miles per hour or above, and driving with a blood alcohol content level of 2.0 but above and above. A 2021 law allows police to confiscate vehicles for reckless driving, besides giving hefty fines and suspending a driver's license, driving permit. Under Danish law, a driver is considered to be driving under the influence of alcohol if the blood alcohol level is equal to or exceeds 0.5 grams per thousand. The police said several of the man's video recordings had also been posted on social media and shared with a larger group of people. They also were able to identify two others in the footage and seize their vehicles, the statement said. The man likely faces a prison sentence. So I'm guessing that probably not all 86 of these charges will stick. These are just preliminary charges, but I would guess that a good portion of them will. And like the article says, in Denmark, the reckless driving is a crime. It's here. It is here in Washington State too. So, where I'm filming from. So he will likely see at least some jail or prison time because of those. And well, you reap what you sow. Honestly, I like the idea of confiscating vehicles of reckless drivers. I think that that should be something that should be implemented here in the States as well. I see way too much of it on the road, and people die from it every day. It doesn't have to be a mandatory confiscation. It could be, officer's discretion or whatever. But I think it should definitely be an option, a tool for the police to use. Okay. Let's see. Check back in with the live stream. No chats yet. I'm actually going to recycle a couple of stories that I already read because there was nobody here to hear them. So if you're watching a recording of this, there's probably no point, unless you want to finish the rest of it. But for the audience that just joined earlier, I'm going to repeat the stories that they missed because nobody was here for that. So anyways, the next story, the Earth is going to have 2 moons. um, for the next couple of months. That's kind of interesting. Let's see. Let's share screen so you guys can see that. Where is it? Earth will have a temporary moon. It's 2 months. Okay. So this is an interesting story. It says Earth's moon will soon have some company, a mini moon. The mini moon is actually an asteroid about the size of a school bus, about 33 feet across. When it whizzes by Earth on Sunday, it will temporarily be trapped by our planet's gravity and orbit the globe, but only for about 2 months. The space rock 2024 PT5 was first spotted in August by astronomers at Complutense University of Madrid using a powerful telescope located in Sutherland, South Africa. These short-lived mini-moons are likely more common than we realize, said Richard Benzel, an astronomer at Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The last known one was detected in 2020. This happens with some frequency, but we rarely see them because they're very small and very hard to detect, he said. Only recently has our survey capability reached the point of spotting them routinely. The discovery by Carlos de la Fonta Marcos and Raul de la Fonte Marcos was published by the American Astronomical Society. This one won't be visible to the naked eye or through amateur telescopes, but it can be observed with relatively large research-grade telescopes, Carlos de la Fonte Marcos said in an email. Benzel, who was not involved in the research, said it's not clear whether the space rock originated as an asteroid or a chunk of the moon that got blasted out. The mini moon will circle the globe for almost 57 days, but won't complete a full orbit. So, in other words, it's on a very slow orbit around the Earth, and it will actually it seems like to me like it's doing a slingshot, basically. The Earth's gravity is catching it long enough to slingshot it in a different direction. It's gonna give a bend to its trajectory. On November 25th, it will part ways with Earth and continue its solo trajectory through the cosmos. It's expected to pass again in 2025. Oh, sorry about the yawns here, guys. It's been a long week. The Associated Press Health and Science Department received support from the... Oh, okay, that's just about funding for the AP. But anyways, yeah, so that's pretty... That's not an actual picture of the asteroid. That's a picture of the moon, obviously. But so stock photo because they're talking about the moon. All right. So next, let's see. We're going to talk about a lost kitty. A lost cat's mysterious 2-month, 900-mile journey home to California. Oh, isn't this kitty? This looks like a Siamese, just like my kitty. And it looks like she's in an RV there, which is kind of what the story is about. So that's pretty cool. Okay. San Francisco. A gray cat. Oh, it's a gray cat. That doesn't look gray. Oh, let's see. The picture says, after California residents Benny and Suzanne cat Rainbow ran off into the woods at Yellowstone National Parks during a camping trip, they held out hope he'd be found nearby. He was nearly 900 miles away from where he disappeared. Maybe it's just the light that's making him look kind of Siamese. Yeah, I just realized that that on his tail there where it gets dark, that's just a shadow. So I guess it's a gray kitty. Okay, the gray cat, living an extraordinary life of visits to the beach and trips to the lake, went on his biggest adventure alone, traveling hundreds of miles from Wyoming, and to California. That's kind of like my kitty. I mean, we don't travel all over the country, but she does go a lot of places with me. Um, we go on a lot of road trips together, mostly day trips, but sometimes overnight. Um, but how the feline name Rainbow, that's an interesting spelling. You can see there on your screen. Wait, did I share this? Let me double check. This doesn't look like it's being shared. Maybe I forgot to share it. Okay, let's see. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so let's scroll back up to the picture here where you can see. So there's a picture of Rainbow. Okay, that's the cat that we're. That's the subject matter of this. Okay, but how the feline named Rainbow, pronounced Rainbow, made it home 2 months after getting lost in Yellowstone National Park during a summer camping trip remains a mystery. Betty and Suzanne and their 2 cats arrived at Yellowstone Fishing Bridge RV Park on June 4th for the cats' first trip to the forest. But soon after they arrived, Rainbow was startled and ran into the nearby trees. The couple looked for him for days, even laying out his favorite treats and toys. When they finally had to drive back to Salinas, California on June 8th, Suzanne said she was crushed but never lost hope that she would find him. We were entering Nevada desert, and all of a sudden I see a double rainbow. And I took a picture of it, and I thought, that's a sign. That's a sign for a rainbow that he's going to be okay, she said. In August, she received amazing news when a microchip company messaged them and said that their cat was at the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals in Roseville, California, nearly 900 miles away from Yellowstone, where he was lost. He was only 200 miles away from his home in Salinas. A woman who first saw Rainbow wandering the streets of the Northern California city fed him and gave him water until she trapped him on August 3rd and took him to the local SPCA. There's another picture of Rainbow. Adorable kitty. Let's see. In this photograph provided by Alexandra Betts, the cat Rainbow is seen eating food provided by Betts in Roseville, California on August 24th. Alexandra Betts via AP. Oh, so she must be one of the shelter workers that found him. The next day, the Anguinos, I can't pronounce their last name very well. Suzanne and her husband drove to Roseville and picked up their cat, who had lost 6 pounds. I believe truly that he made the trek mostly on his own. His paws were really beat up. He lost 40% of his body weight, had really low protein levels because of inadequate nutrition, so he was not cared for, Suzanne said. The couple still doesn't know how their cat got to Roseville, but believes he was trying to get home. They have reached out to the media hoping to fill in the blanks. Benny said that besides the microchipping of their cats, they now have also fitted the two of them with air tags and Rainbow with a GPS global tracker. The cats love traveling in the camper and looking out the big windows to see deer, squirrels, and other animals. But the family is not ready to get on the road with their pets anytime soon, he said. It was a very ugly feeling after we lost him, Benny said. We'll have to practice camping at home and camp on the driveway to get him used to it again. So, happy reunion of Rainbow. Yay. Oh, let's see. I think this is a video here. Let's play the video.
If you have a utility meter like this on the side of your house, you could get paid to go solar for no money out of pocket. It costs nothing to install the panels, and you can immediately get a credit on your bill when your meter runs backwards, and then you get paid for the excess power you produce from your solar. There are federal and state subsidies available to you to get paid to go solar, but it is expiring soon. So click the link in this video and it will take you to a new window. You can still watch this video you're here for, but we will just ask you a quick couple of questions to see if your home qualifies. Not all homes do qualify, so make sure you click the link to see if you can make $100, $200, or even $500 per month with solar panels at no cost to you.
Okay.
We've always traveled with our cats. And that was always our intention when we got them as kittens. And but it's always been, shorter, just long weekends. Well, we thought we want to go to Yellowstone with them. When he felt that slack, he thought, oh, it's time to go. So he jumped out of the truck, but I still had the leash. So I figured, okay, I still got the leash. Well, the tightness of the leash on the collar broke the collar away when he landed. And when I saw that leash that collar come off, I screamed and I ran, and he went right for the woods. And in my heart, I just could not lose hope. I could just not let it go. So even though that day when we left, I was crushed leaving without him. It felt so unnatural to leave without him. Like, you just don't leave your kid. I mean, even though he's a cat, he's my baby. So my husband gets them to take a picture in the shelter and send it to him. And I'm still looking at it. Is it really him? And then we realize it's really him. And I just couldn't believe it.
Rain.
But I believe truly that he made that trek mostly on his own. His paws were really beat up. Lost 40% of his body weight, had really low protein levels because of inadequate nutrition. So he was not cared for. Yeah, he's a trooper. And he's my adventurer. I don't put it past him, that he's determined, I'm going to get home. But Roseville was where he got stuck, I think. He was always sweet, but he's even sweeter. And my husband was always the extra person. He never really laid on his lap much or anything like that. And he goes up on his papa's lap and lays and purrs and wants him to pet him. So he has come back a different cat in all the best ways.
That's precious.
Homeowners, your last chance.
Okay, we're not going to watch another commercial. But that's cool. Oh, that's okay. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so the next story is about an 8-year-old Ohio girl who drove her parents' SUV to Target. This happened in Bedford, Ohio. An 8-year-old girl. Oh, sorry. I almost forgot to share again. My bad. I'll get used to this. Okay. There we go. There. You should see it now. Okay. An 8-year-old Ohio girl drove an SUV on a solo trip from her Ohio home and drove for miles to a store where she was later found unharmed, authorities said. I wonder if she wore her seatbelt. The girl, whose name was not released, and the vehicle was a 2020 Nissan Rogue, was reported missing around 9 a.m. Sunday, Bedford police said. Family members said they had last seen the girl at the residence about 2 hours earlier. As police launched an investigation, they learned that the small child had been spotted driving a vehicle on a nearby road, but that the vehicle could not be located. The SUV eventually was found a short time later in the parking lot of a Target store in Bainbridge, which is nearly 13 miles from her home. Police soon found the child by herself inside the store. She told officers that she had struck a mailbox while driving, but nothing else. Authorities did say that she had decided to travel to the store to provide further details. Authorities did not say why she had decided to travel to the store or provide further details about her trip. The girl is too young to be charged criminally, police said. It wasn't clear Monday if any charges would be filed in the matter, which remains under investigation. So thankfully, that story had a happy ending. I mean, she hit a mailbox, but other than that, it seems that she did okay. Driving her parents' SUV. Good for her. Maybe she'll be a good driver when she gets older. Hopefully, she'll wait till she's a little bit older to make another attempt at driving, and hopefully with parents' permission. Good. All right, the next story is another cat story. I will remember to share it this time. So let's do that. This cat, his name is Drifter. Sorry, I have to queue up the right spot here. Where's Drifter? It's not Drifter. I thought there was a picture of Drifter here. Well, anyways, a cat named Drifter is saved after sneaking out and getting trapped in a sewer for nearly 8 weeks. Oh, you know what? I think the picture of Drifter is in the thumbnail for this.
By someone else.
Let's see. We have to reset this. Let me see. Let me refresh. There he is. There's Drifter. Isn't he so cute? So we'll watch that video here in a minute. So this is in Duluth, Minnesota. A cat aptly named Drifter is safe at home after sneaking outside and getting trapped in a sewer for nearly 8 weeks. 8 weeks. Wow. The 3-year-old Tabby, an indoor feline who has aspirations of being an outdoor cat, went missing from the home of Clifton and Ashley in the northeastern Minnesota city of Duluth on July 18th. His owners presume that he went to check out the construction underway in their neighborhood at some point. The family, including their 12-year-old daughter, April, hung up posters and searched across the city without luck. They were beginning to plan a small memorial service for Drifter on Tuesday when neighbor kids came over and said they heard mewing coming from a storm drain at the construction site. The family also heard him mewing as they started digging through the dirt and cutting through the landscaping fabric. A little paw shot out of a tear in the fabric. It was a tabby cat paw. We tore the fabric some more, and then his head popped out. A neighbor, Delia Boberg, 16, captured the reunion on video. Drifter, Nazareth, is seen exclaiming as he lifts the cat high, while the neighbors who are gathered around laugh with delight and amazement. He's been under there the whole time. He's really skinny, he says. Drifter was still wearing a collar, confirming his identity when he went missing. He weighed 15 pounds. After his sojourn in the underworld, he weighed only 6.5 pounds. Or he weighed 6.5 pounds less, which is almost the same thing, but not quite. Um, Nazeth and Comstock guessed that Drifter explored a hole that got sealed up with him inside, and he had been living underground, eating and drinking whatever he could find, perhaps mice and sewer water. April had gone out for a walk that morning and called out Drifter's name, and they think the cat heard calls through the sewer pipes and went to a spot where he could be found. Good for Drifter. All right, and good for their family that they found him safe. That's always tough when you lose a pet. Let's play the video.
Some things are better done
This is
by
the
someone
video.
else.
Well, this is the
Fiverr offers
advertisement you have to
freelancers
watch.
to
but,
take AI to the next
um,
level. Visit Fiverr
the
today
video that's
and
going
make
to
the most
follow
of AI
is
with
going to
freelance
be
experts.
the video that the 16-year-old neighbor took of the rescue.
When I lift this up, can you just set this rock endways
Oh yeah, to hold it
so
up.
it holds up?
Wait, it's moving.
Okay, ready?
Oh, I don't want to.
Right underneath where my hands are.
Okay.
Between
There.
them.
It's there.
A little further in because there's a.
I'm trying. Okay. Good.
Oh,
Okay, can you see him any better?
No, he's still
here
under.
kneeling.
Let it out.
Hey, bud.
There's the
Come
paw.
on, buddy.
Under it.
Yes, you should be able to get
Oh,
through this now.
there's the head popping out.
Come on.
That's the craziest part.
Come on.
It's like him.
He's coming.
Oh, it looks like him.
Come on, Drifter. You can do it.
Drifter!
Got him.
He's been under there the
So
whole time.
cute.
He's really skinny. He's really skinny.
And there's the daughter.
Oh my god, that's insane. He's so skinny. We have to take him right to the vet.
That's what I figured.
Poor little guy.
Been down the whole time under there.
Drifter,
Yeah, they can't.
Oh my gosh.
Look how big his collar is on it.
How do we not hear him until now?
Drifter. All right. Very cool. Glad Drifter's okay. Okay. Next we have. Oh, I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess we've gone full circle on this. So this is where you came in when we were talking about Drifter. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. There's not really a whole lot of news in the election or Ukraine. I mean, Russia's still imploding. You know, we're waiting for that to happen, you know, so that they can stop their assault on Ukraine. What can I say? You know, actually, there is a little bit of news I want to talk about with Ukraine. You know, there's been a lot of talk with the election coming up. Well, if Donald Trump gets in, you know, some of these analysts I've been watching on YouTube are saying, how long are we going to keep throwing money at Ukraine, you know, when they're not making any progress? Well, Kadumbo, the reason they're not making any progress is because the help that we're giving them, we're tying their hands behind their back by not allowing them to use the weapons that we've been giving them on valid military targets within Russia. When you've got a bully that's beating you up, you can't just block the punches because they keep punching until you get tired, and then they knock you out, which is exactly what Russia is attempting to do. They're attempting to keep the war alive in Ukraine until the West gets tired of helping, and the support fizzles out, and then they can just do what they want with Ukraine. We have to let them use our weapons to strike valid military targets. That's the only way we're going to beat the Russians back. It's the only way, you know, and the Russians are counting on us to not do that. Now the election's coming up, and I know what's going on. Joe Biden, he doesn't want to do anything rash before the election, you know, which could, you know, affect the election results. So, it's politics, which kind of sucks, but it is kind of a necessary evil, because if he doesn't play politics and we end up losing the election because he disregards the political realities, and Trump becomes president, that's not going to be good for Ukraine either. So it sucks. I know it's a tough thing, because people are dying every day in Ukraine because of this restriction. But we've got to hold tight. Otherwise, a lot more people are going to die in the long run. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but I understand why he's doing it. So that's all I got to say about that. You guys are welcome to comment if you have any thoughts on that. But I think we're going to end it here. I am going to do another live stream tomorrow. I would like to do these at least 2 or 3 times a week. So I guess stay tuned. I'll be looking to stream again tomorrow afternoon. I got some errands to run in the morning, but I'll be doing it tomorrow afternoon. So stay tuned. I'll definitely post an announcement a couple hours before I stream to let you guys know when it's going to be. And I will see you guys then. All right. That being said, live long and prosper.